Antalya, Turkey, one of the most beautiful areas in the world. The Montgomery Max Golf Course, a magnificent venue. When you join those two elements of excellence, you have the Turkish Airlines Open, host to some of the best golfers in the world. This Turkish Airlines Open preview show starts now. Hi everyone and welcome to this Turkish Airlines Open preview show. I'm Harry Chikma alongside a friend of mine, a fellow Harry Gett, who is a golf specialist, an encyclopedia for the world of golf, they say. And the Turkish Airlines Open, entering its second year of existence, had a great inaugural year. Tiger Woods competing, a lot of other good names. Talk about your excitement for the event.
Well, last year it was very exciting. Kind of surprised me. I didn't really hear too much about it. And then next thing I know, there it is. And you see Tiger Woods and Ian Poulter and Justin Rose up on a leaderboard. And then you have young Victor Dubuisson from France, his first victory on the European Tour. And now he's a Ryder Cup player. So that kind of propelled him along.
And, you know, what does it say about the Turkish Airlines Open to have someone win that event and then go on and compete for his country in the Ryder Cup? I mean, what does the Turkish Airlines Open do for players such as Victor?
That's a huge win because it's part of the final series on the race to Dubai. It's actually the tournament before the Dubai World Championship event at the end. And anytime you have Tiger Woods in the mix, it's a big deal because to win a tournament without Tiger is great. To win a tournament with Tiger playing well, that's even better.
And also, you know, the depth of competition, but it's a beautiful area as well. Antalya, Turkey, one of the most beautiful places in the world, they say. I mean, what do you think brought Tiger there, and what do you think brings the world's best to the Turkish Airlines Open?
Well, I think the golf course, number one, the Montgomery Max Royal golf course. Montgomery's first work he did with the European design team. And the golf course just struck me as just absolutely gorgeous. I mean, it was in impeccable condition. The trees really stood out. They had these very tall pines with a very high, tight canopy, so it was striking. The greens were immaculate, and they were very large, almost 2,000 square feet each. And the interesting thing about the golf course, Colin Montgomery, the designer, early in his career, he played in the Walker Cup in 1985 at Pine Valley Golf Club, which is rated the #1 golf course in the world. And that had a big impact on him. It's probably his favorite golf course. And he designed this course kind of an homage to that because there's a lot of sandy bunkers, sandy waste areas, very similar to Pine Valley. There's even a great bunker, believe on the 16th hole, which you have it, that's famous, Pine Valley's famous for.
And, you know, speaking of the pine trees and the bunkers, there's a lot of water as well there. I mean, we'll talk about the challenges that these best golfers in the world face at the course.
There are 8 water hazards on the golf course. They don't really come into play and scare the best players in the world. The golf course is 7,100 yards, which by professional tour standards is actually kind of short. Now these days it would be very long for a public course golfer or an amateur, but it's not that long. And I think they really enjoyed it. The winning score, Dubuisson shot 24 under. First time seeing the golf course. And the pros like that. And I think Monty designed that with mine. I mean, he's a player, so he doesn't want to go there and get beaten up and play U.S. Open conditions. It's a golf course where the pros really enjoy. They enjoy making 6-7 birdies around.
Absolutely. And what are the challenges or what are the keys to success on a course such as this?
Well, you have to hit the undulating fairways, and then it makes things easier. Like I said, the greens are enormous. They're perfect. It's like putting on a giant pool table. Then once the pros, figure out what the breaks are and they play there a few times, they'll really enjoy these greens. So Monty was a great ball striker, and he designed a ball striker's golf course.
And the drama last year, I know you were locked on all 4 rounds. You know, you started watching, you saw Tiger Woods, you saw a few other people. You were amazed by the beauty of the Montgomery Max Royal. So what did you think about the drama last year and what we could expect this year?
Well, it was exciting because after 3 rounds, Dubuisson had shot a 63 in the 3rd round, and he had a 5-shot lead. But of course, he had never won before, and he has Rose and Woods and Poulter and Stenson right behind him. Actually, after the 16th hole, Jamie Donaldson, who did finish second, made a hole-in-one, and that temporarily tied him with Dubuisson and Justin Rose. So, and then he slowly pulled away the last 2 holes, and he won by 2 over Donaldson, and Woods and Rose tied for third. Tiger had gotten off to a good start and birdied 3 holes early, but then he bogeyed the 7th hole, which is probably the toughest hole on the golf course, along with 11, before he birdied 4 of the last 6 to kind of close the gap, make it close, and have a nice tie for third, but he really wasn't a factor down the last 9 holes.
Very exciting stuff here going on. Of course, the Turkish Airlines Open. People definitely looking forward to that event. I'm Harry Chickma alongside Harry Gett. We'll be right back after this.
There are those of us who like to venture to the unexplored. To see the beauty in the strange and unknown. Those of us who go out there with a sense of wonder. Bridging worlds, cultivating our curiosity, and finding delight in our differences. If you're one of us, and if you want to explore more of this great planet, we're ready to take you there. It's time. Turkish Airlines. Widen your world.
Messi?
Hey kid,
Kobe Bryant?
Would you like to have some ice cream, young man?
ice cream?
Two. The best fly with Europe's best airline. Turkish Airlines.
I'm Harry Gett with today's golf coaching tip. Right now, what I want to talk about is hitting the ball out of deep rough when you don't have a lot of green to work with. Obviously, you're going to take your most lofted wedge, and the key to hitting this shot is the hinge and hold. What you want to do is hinge going back. You don't want to sweep back like you might do off a good lie or fairway. You want to hinge your hands. So you see the club travels about 3 feet, but my hands has hardly moved. And then all you're going to do is strike down and hold your follow through. You don't want a big follow through. You don't want the club to turn over. So you're hinging and holding. See if I could do one here. And that's your golf coaching tip.
The Turkish Airlines Open is best known for its beautiful course, the Montgomery Max Royale. We start with the first hole, a par 5. Avoid the multiple hazards with an inaccurate tee shot for a steady start to your round. This long par 5 opening hole is a fair warm-up for what is awaiting you on your great journey around Monty's Monster. The par 3 second. This hole gives you the chance to set the pace for the day or recover from a hectic start. A gentle par 3, this is a good birdie opportunity. The par 4 third. A nice draw with a long iron or a fairway wood from the tee will help you get onto the green. A long drive that cuts the corner might be rewarded, but is not of importance as a deep bunker guards the right of the green. The par 5 fourth hole. Risk or reward. With a long, accurate tee shot, you might get a chance to reach the par 5 in 2. For the more conservative player, the third shot over the water must be well judged, as the correct distance is vital. Water is a major factor on the par 3 fifth hole. A long, accurate tee shot is required on this mentally challenging par 3. And use your club to carry the lake to a generous green. A fade is the best shot from the tee. On the par 4 sixth hole, a tough stretch of par 4s awaits. Make sure to find the fairway as water lurks on the left. Also, the fairway will give you plenty to think about for your long approach to the green. On the par 4 seventh, another good drive is required to carry the water. Aim right for the shortest route over the water, but aim left to give yourself the best approach shot into this well-defended raised green. On the 8th hole, you have a par 3, a mid-iron to this relatively easy par 3 in the far corner of the course. Be aware of the stream crossing the fairway. It has a magic magnet for golf balls, or so it seems. On the par 4 ninth hole, you will have a relaxing stroll through the villas to give you time to refocus. A well-placed drive leaves you with an easier angle into this green protected by the lake in front. But be careful not to go through the green, as a bunker shot back across the green would be testing, to say the least. The inaugural Turkish Airlines Open was a magnificent event in 2013, a star-studded field, including the legendary Tiger Woods. Let's now take a look back at that tournament.
First day, yeah, it's a good day, but I didn't play very good, so I'm not making enough birdies.
Y la verdad que contento porque hacer 6 bajo par en este campo difícil. Cuando llegué acá tenía toda la expectativa de hacer una buena vuelta, de empezar con el pie derecho, como se dice.
Tomorrow I need to make some more birdies and hit better drives on the par 5s so you can reach the par 5s, so it makes it a lot easier.
Well, there's no question the 2013 Turkish Airlines Open was a great success, and the entire golf world is looking forward to this year's event. And we'll be right back with more from the Turkish Airlines Open.
There are those of us who like to venture to the unexplored. To see the beauty in the strange and unknown. Those of us who go out there with a sense of wonder. Bridging worlds, cultivating our curiosity. and finding delight in our differences. If you're one of us, and if you want to explore more of this great planet, we're ready to take you there. It's time. Turkish Airlines. Widen your world.
The par 4 10th hole is a beauty and the beginning of the second 9. A strategic tee shot avoids the waste areas and leaves you with a good view of the green. When judging your second shot, remember that you are playing downhill. The par 5 11th hole is a relatively strong par 5 through the pine trees. You need to be both long and accurate, as the trees are thick and will definitely not reward a wild shot, and a raised green will make your approach shot decisive. The par 4 12th hole, one of the toughest par 4s on the course, and birdies will be rare. The hole is long, and it might be wise to play it as a par 5. Don't be fooled, the bunker on the left is well short of the green. The par 5 13th. You have to make up your mind should you go left or right of the trees in the middle of the fairway. For the longer players, a tee shot to the left leaves a view of the green round the corner. With a waste bunker splitting the fairway for your second shot, this dogleg par 5 will test all of your golfing skills. And on the 14th, it's a par 3. Make sure you take plenty of club here to clear the water. Think about the wind above the tree line, as it might fool you standing on the tee. It takes a courageous mid-iron to find this green. The 15th may be the shortest par 4 on the course, but can still cause you lots of trouble. Stay away from the deep bunkers protecting the corner, and be careful. This fairway gets narrower the longer you are off the tee. Take a moment to enjoy the fabulous views from the par 3 16th. The waste area in front of the green is reminiscent of the 3rd hole at Pine Valley, one of Colin's favorite golf courses. The imaginative shape of this green offers numerous interesting hole locations. The par 4 17th. This generous green is full of slopes, and the tee shot is made for Montgomery's fade. The waste bunker on the right will catch a slice drive, and the high pine positions at the front right corner of the green will make you favor the left. Again, it's a par 4, and one where you could hit a birdie. The par 5 18th, a long and challenging par 5, a wide fairway divided by big waste areas, which will take you home to the magnificent clubhouse. Keep your concentration, and you might pick up a finished birdie if you can successfully avoid the deep bunkers on the left. And that is the Montgomery Max Royale, home of the Turkish Airlines Open.
My name is Tom Pranio, and I'm going to give you a golf tip for the day. It's going to be 2 golf tips in one. The first golf tip is when you're practicing on the driving range and some guy tells you how to hit the golf ball in the next stall, do not listen to them. They don't know what they're talking about, especially if they're a 100 shooter. It would be equivalent to taking cheating off of somebody who is an F student in school. So, many of my students come to me and they don't understand why they hit the ball wayward. They think that if they line up that they're going to hit the ball straight. So they get sticks and they put them on the ground and then they do this and hit the ball to the right. And they are always asking me, why do I do that? And I tell them, it's not where you aim, it's where you hit the ball. So this comes with a bit of a story. I've taken many golf lessons and played competitive golf, and I could never really hit the ball on line with my short irons. I was very good with my driver through 5-iron, but when it came to 7-iron down, I would push the ball. I've taken 150 lessons from 12 different pros, and not one of them told me this. My best friend told me this tip. He said, wherever the club points is where the ball goes. So it doesn't really matter whether you're aimed. It matters where the ball goes, because where you point the club. So if I hit the ball to the right, the club pointed to the right. And if I hit the ball to the left, the club pointed to the left. And if I aim like this, I could hit it straight. So it doesn't matter where I aim, it matters where the club points. I'm Tom Pranio, and that's your golf tip of the day.
Hi everyone, and welcome to this Turkish Airlines Open preview show. I'm Harry Çıkma alongside Harry Get, a specialist in the world of golf. And what a great event coming up in Antalya, Turkey at the Montgomery Max Royal course. We talked about the beauty. It's also a wonderful area. The competition though, the winner goes towards the race to Dubai. So tell me about how feisty these players are in this event.
Well, they all want to win the race to Dubai. They all want to win that prize money, and playing well in the final series the week before. Like I said, it really helped Victor Dubuisson last year. It propelled him into the top 50 in the world, got him fully exempt in every big tournament the following year. So they're really going to be looking forward to going down there.
And you have that mix of par 3s, par 4s, par 5s, but the toughest hole is that 7th hole. Tiger Woods hit a bogey on it last year. Tell me about that.
7th hole is a long par 4, 462 yards, and it plays uphill to the green. The green is kind of raised above the level of the fairway, and that always makes it difficult. 462 uphill is not that long for the modern player. I mean, they play 500-yard par 4s, but on that golf course, it's the most difficult shot they have, that second shot to 7.
15, 16, 17, 18, that's the final stretch if you want to win this tournament. I know you know a lot about that stretch and watching the event. What are your thoughts on it?
Very scoreable. You have a drivable par 4 on 15 for the very longest players. Otherwise, it's an easy layup and an easy wedge. 16 is kind of a shortish, only 180 yards, par 3. Beautiful bunkering around it, but that shouldn't really come into play for these players. 17 is another shortish par 4. Less than 400 yards, slight dog leg to the right. Again, they'll be attacking that hole with a wedge. And then 18 is a par 5 that can be reached in 2 by nearly everyone in the field. So they're all thinking, put it in the fairway, hit the next one on the green, and try to make a 3 or an easy 4. The longest hole on the course is possibly the first hole, 574. But again, these pros are used to playing holes over 600 yards, so it's still reachable in 2. Every par 4 on the golf course is under 600 and reachable in 2 shots.
And you know, they have a Pro-Am. You can compete in a Pro-Am here in New Jersey and other areas. If you win the Pro-Am, then you go to Turkey and you can play alongside some of the greatest golfers in the world, so that's a lot of fun. That starts on November 10th, 11th, and then a little bit into the 12th, but then the actual tournament itself is November 13th through the 16th. How do you like that placement on the schedule, playing in mid-November in a pro event?
I think it's great because it was kind of surprised me last year to see a big event like that in the middle of November. To see Tiger Woods playing, he normally wouldn't play in November. And like I said, it's leading up to the race to Dubai is the next tournament, the final tournament, the World Tour Championship. So yeah, to see golf 12 months out of the year, I'd be happy with that, yeah.
And also the world of golf right now, Tiger, some people are questioning if he still has the skills. I mean, who do you think the best golfers in the world are right now?
Well, Rory McIlroy is by far the best golfer in the world right now. If Tiger was healthy, he might have something to say about that. I'm a huge Tiger Woods fan. I don't like what he's doing with his golf swing. I don't like that he works out as much as he does. I wish he would practice more, play more perhaps, but he's not going to listen to me because everything he's ever done has worked.
A great event coming up in Turkey. It's the Turkish Airlines Open. I'm Harry Çıkma. Be sure to get tickets and check it out. We'll see you there.
there are those of us who like to venture to the unexplored. To see the beauty in the strange and unknown. Those of us who go out there with a sense of wonder. Bridging worlds, cultivating our curiosity, and finding delight in our differences. If you're one of us, and if you want to explore more of this great planet, we're ready to take you there. It's time. Turkish Airlines. Widen your world.